Can you just like take a breath with me and sit with that for a minute and notice how does that feel to remember that a better world is possible and to contemplate how you want to show up for the future you want to create, either in your own life or in the world. Like, what happens inside you? What are the thoughts and the feelings? This can get really uncomfortable, and that's why we avoid it. And the longer we avoid it, the longer we won't be able to show up for the future we want to create. So this is really the primary question that I've been sitting with in my work for the last 15 years. How do we show up for something that doesn't exist yet? How do we even begin to know how to create something that's just a vision in our own heads? So in the last 15 years of doing this work, one thing has become crystal clear, and that is that the thing that comes up for you when you contemplate that question is not an accident. No matter how uncomfortable or terrifying it may be, it's not an accident. The thing that comes up for you is your way through. These are your next steps being illuminated for you. Of course, that can be really hard to see. There's so much vulnerability, fear, doubt. There's just so much going on there that we can't really sit with it and see that way through, because we're just like swirling in all of these different reactions. It's a very, like, that's just a natural human thing. But it's actually really simple to see the stuff that comes up as the way through. And that's what we're going to do in this healing circle and community spell. We're going to set intentions, make wishes, then we're going to go deeper into what is it that makes it so hard for you right now to show up for the future you want to create, and how do we help you be able to do that? Again, this is the future you want to create just in your own life, or the future you want to help co-create with the world. Either way, your next step does exist. It's simple, it's doable, and it's actually literally something you can do in the next couple of weeks or month. And that step will move you into a place where whole new steps become possible. Things you can't really see right now because they are impossible right now. Once you've taken this next step, they're there. Another thing that's become really obvious to me in the last 15 years of doing this work is that the things outside of you that are making it hard for you to contemplate doing this work and like finding ways to take some steps, those things are not going to change on their own. Right? A lot of dreams have died some terrible deaths because we have waited for something outside of us to change so that our steps feel possible. And a lot of the time what's happening in that dynamic is actually we're just looking too far down the road. So like we're looking at the steps that are impossible instead of looking at the steps that are right here at our feet where we are right now. There is always something that you can do. You may judge it for being too small, but small steps consistently move you to a whole new place. It's the only way. A better world is possible. Showing up for the future you want to create is happening on July 30th. It'll be about 90 minutes and it will be recorded so you can use the replay. You don't have to do it with us. Either way, there will be support for doing the work afterwards of taking those steps, because what will happen on the call, you're going to see things from a new perspective. You're going to have a healing experience. It's going to like we've all had those experiences, right, where things change, we see things from a new perspective, we feel healed, we feel different. The important work is taking that and acting on it in small easy steps that fit in your life as it is and help you move towards more where you want to be. So sign up for the call, and then you'll have some support afterwards for like grounding and integrating what you learned, and then like taking some really practical steps that will change things in ways that don't feel possible. But that's one of the really cool things about being a human and having a creative vision for what you want to see, is that you absolutely can make that happen. But it's scary sometimes, and it's hard sometimes, and you deserve to have some support for that. So let's do it together.